Hi everyone, I'm Kelly and I'll be doing immigration for my presentation with the subtopic of culture shock. So I'll be giving an account of um, what I envisioned, a short personal account of what I envisioned America to be like, and culture shock when I entered New York City, and my second wave of culture shock when I entered Vermont. Um, so my dad has lived here for many years. He gained residence when I was 3 and gained citizenship through marriage, which allowed many of his children to be able to come to America and some of us to be grandfathered as citizens. So, um, my dad used to come a lot, visit a lot, at least 3 times a year. He would bring clothes and other supplies that weren't readily available to me, and all the unique American things um, that I liked and I've watched and asked for. And so I just thought America was a fairy tale, and I fell in love with what I thought was the culture. I also used to see Bill Clinton on the TV a lot. And so I was like, yes, I think I will be great in America because I do speak English. And I just thought that was the only thing I needed to have to be able to be here. But I was met with um, disappointment when I came off the plane and it was cold. The food was not great. I was having a lot of trouble and I was uncomfortable. And so my dad moved to organic food. That was also a bit um, different for me because I never thought of categorizing foods into groups. And it's because the goat that we cook in Jamaica, it's like I watched it get butchered, the chicken the same. I watched it get killed and to my plate. And fruits and vegetables were from the ground. So that was different for me. Um, then the second um shocking thing that happened was school. I was excited for school, but when I went, there was no corridor, there was a hallway, and students were just all over the place. They were loud, there was no single file, there was no discipline like I was used to back home. And they spoke fast and in a different accent. Pronunciation was different from what I was used to. And even though I stayed with my Jamaican classmates, schoolmates, I also stayed to myself and I decided that I would learn how to speak like my peers. And I watched TV and I listened to them and I tried to mimic for many years. I went into mental isolation also, and I was a bit homesick. Well, I was a lot homesick. Because I didn't have to do anything to integrate. I was just me. I was born there. This is who I am. I didn't have to put on any, facade. So for my high school graduation gift, my dad um, had me go to Jamaica for the entire summer. And I did not know there was a name for it until I read the book, Introduction to Intercultural Communications, and I was met with reverse culture shock. I wanted to come back home, and home was New York City. So after I came back from Jamaica, I decided that I would branch out from my Jamaican culture and into other Caribbean culture. I went to festivals, carnivals, and I listened to other music. And right now, soca music is my favorite. I also moved away from my Caribbean cuisine, where I tried Italian, Chinese, Jewish. I love matzo ball soup, and many American cuisines. New York became my home, truly became my home. And I finally gave up my Jamaican passport and applied for my American passport, even though it took many years. However, I did not lose my accent, so that's still here. Um, my second wave was when I moved to Vermont. That was a challenge within itself because I was moving to a rural part of the country, moving from a big city that does not sleep. Everything is readily available to me, like my oxtails and my goat meat, and my the music gets loud, and it's just the whole vibe there. And I'm moving to somewhere that's quiet, and I have to go searching for what I need. But when I moved here, I became very bored, but my kids loved it, and that made the move a little bit easier. Now I find ways to get what I need and what I want. I go out to Albany and come right back home because I realize that even when I go to New York City, and even though I loved New York City, Vermont has become home. And so I have also taken on, I would say, a bit of Vermont's culture. I love hiking. I like sightseeing. I go to the Garlic Fest in Bennington now, so that's a yearly thing for me, and I get excited. But now I've loved the quiet life of where I live, and I'm planning to learn how to ski this sometime in the future. And so this is my take on my culture shock and my personal experience of all this and how I've integrated, and it's still taken me a while to integrate fully into all the multicultures that I've experienced. Thank you.